Well, welcome to the show, guys. Something Stoney is
Whoa.
back. What are you doing,
What's
man?
up?
You're all ready
I
to
gotta.
do this.
Sorry, I put on this hat. My alopecia's acting up.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my gosh. Dude,
No, yeah.
we weren't going to talk about that, but fuck it. Well, let's just get out of the way now. Let's just get this over with. Let's get the problem is everyone's talking about this shit, and I kind of stand by the Daniel Radcliffe. Did you hear what he said about it?
No.
Somebody asked Daniel Radcliffe, and Daniel Radcliffe was like, "I'm not going to add my opinion to something already was been talked to death about." That's how I felt.
Yeah, well, yeah, and you're not gonna say anything that somebody hasn't already said at this point.
No, of course not.
And plus, I think that this is one of those things where it's not really your opinion. There's just what is and isn't. And what is that Will Smith is a pussy cuck and Chris Rock is the victim in this.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many factors. There, the fact that you just you can't. Anyone who, and there's been a few cases of this where someone's literally assaulted a comic on stage. Guess what?
Yeah.
They're thrown out. That's what should happen. They shouldn't have asked him to leave. They should have said, "You need no. You're
He should have
going."
been arrested. Anybody else would have been arrested.
Anyone. I'm sick of the entitlement. I'm sick of, and this is
Yeah.
politicians to big time actors to, like, how long did Harvey Weinstein get away with shit? I'm so sick of money being able to buy justice. I'm so sick of that. I'm so
yeah, and that's what I mean. Like the most disgusting part hasn't even been the slap or the or anything. It's everything afterwards because an emotional response triggered by a toxic wife. An emotional response, I get that. I've definitely overreacted. I've overreacted in the defense of somebody that I was dating. You know what I mean? So I get that, but it's everything afterwards because you chose to do that. All of the bullshit, like trying to save face and the bullshit crying and I told you it's so funny. He was like, it's clear that my purpose is to love, and it's like you just hit somebody. You just hit somebody.
Yeah, that didn't look very loving to me.
Yeah, I tell you what. You know who doesn't love? Your wife doesn't love you.
No. I mean, I'm not as quick to jump on the. I don't know her. I don't know him. I don't know them at all, and I don't know what they're. I know that it was whatever she had the affair. I don't give a fuck. Don't give a fuck about their personal life. Not my business.
Yeah, dude. I mean, look, I don't know her personally, but I know how these hoes are. You know what I mean?
Do you? You're gonna get you are so gonna get canceled. Look, I don't know, and I disagree. I disagree with you on that a little bit, just because I don't know the situation. Maybe he's a fucking dick. Maybe she needed to be. After that, maybe that's a reason. It's like maybe he's an asshole. Maybe she's just like, I need a real man. I don't know.
I guess you never know.
I don't fucking care. I don't care
what, dude?
At all.
It's hard when it's hard. You know what the problem is? Tupac is a tough act to follow. You know, when you go from Tupac to Will Smith's like, he's definitely way more effeminate than Tupac. Although Tupac was known for being actually surprisingly effeminate considering his persona.
Sensitive. Yeah. Well, I mean, Will Smith is like, look, this guy was the biggest star in the world for a while. Literally anything he did was a hit. Everything was a hit. And it's like anything else. This business has gone from being very star heavy to, which we talked about before the show, to it really doesn't matter. The star is not the we have very few, maybe The Rock, maybe, I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio is not a guarantee anymore. None of them are a guarantee anymore. None of them. You have, it's weird because I feel like in a weird way, and I think it's not a bad thing, a lot of filmmakers are becoming more star-like. You know, when James Wan has a new movie out, or I was gonna say Michael Bay, but no.
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder, yeah, exactly. I mean, there's, in a weird way, these filmmakers have become bigger. Guillermo del Toro. I know they don't always generate hits, but there's a lot more excitement from the film community for, hey, there's a new Guillermo del Toro movie coming out, as opposed to there's a new Tom Cruise coming out. Unless it's
Yeah.
Mission Impossible, no one gives a fuck. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I think they just need.
Justin
I th-
Butts.
well, I'm so glad you said that, Jimmy, because that's exactly what I was getting to. It's a shame that star power doesn't mean anything because I'm trying to be the next Will Smith, sans slap and toxic marriage. So, and
Okay.
that's just the truth of the matter. Did you know that all of his hits, he's the only actor that has like so many consecutive box office number ones in a row, and that was all premeditated. He talked about it on his book tour thing that I went to.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, he sat down with his manager and they figured out the formula. They're like, okay, they went through the list of all the biggest movies and they're like, this many has a romance story, this many has CGI, this many has aliens, this many, you know what I mean? And they kind of narrowed it down to like, what are all the things that make a movie big and successful?
Yeah.
And so they're like, let's go for those movies. And the first one that came up was Independence Day, and that fucking launched him, obviously.
Yep.
So yeah, he literally figured out the formula.
Well, and it was a different formula back then too. There was that Tom Cruise is the same way. I mean, he was everything, every hit after hit. A lot of those guys were like really just powerhouses, and they Stallone, Schwarzenegger, and a lot, Willis, which I do kind of want to
Oh
get
my
to, because
god, dude,
oh my god, that breaks my heart, dude.
it's terrible.
That
It
well,
explains all those rumors and behaviors that you've heard about over the years.
I had heard from people about that. So, like I had to watch a couple of his movies, his newer ones. A friend of mine directed a couple, and they're B movies for what they are. They're fine. They had a decent cast. They weren't terrible. They were just whatever. Bruce was there. He did his stuff. He read his lines, and it was, yeah, the spark was gone. The spark was gone, but like
Sure.
it's, I get 100% why he's just like, I need to get as much work as I can possibly do, and
Yeah.
I good for him. I have a soft spot for Bruce. The only time I've met him once, and I interviewed him once, and he was fucking lovely, and so I grew up watching his movies and loving Bruce Willis, and I still have a soft spot for him, but yeah, it breaks my heart a little. And I remember when the Razzies came out, I was so like, fuck you guys,
Well,
seriously.
they like renounced one of them.
Yeah, they renounced the whole, because they basically said, "Oh, and the worst Bruce Willis performance," and they named all his movies. That's what
The Razzies are fucking stupid
the
anyway.
Razzies are insulting, and they're stupid, and they should. But then again, I honestly, I really think the Oscars should just be a fucking private thing, and I don't think it should be
The
televised.
Oscars are kind of just as dumb. Well, maybe not just as dumb, but they're just as pointless.
Well, look, it really pissed me off. Like, and I don't want to. It's funny because here we are, like, oh, I'm talking about the Oscars, but I didn't watch them. I saw after, like,
I just saw
I
the
mean,
clip.
that spread like wildfire, though. Let's be honest. But
Yeah,
like, what really pissed me off is that Questlove got an Oscar
sure.
for a really beautiful, great movie. Coda, about fucking people, a beautiful fucking movie, a really beautiful movie, got Best Picture. Fuck yeah, that's what we should be talking about. The deaf community was represented. That
Samuel
could
L.
be
Jackson
more.
got a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah, I mean,
Good for him.
there was so many other things to talk about that it just, I don't
That's one
know.
of the things that Jim Carrey brought up. He's like, you cast a shadow over everybody else's night.
100%.
You know?
100%. And it just, and I don't, like, I think I told you before the show, I don't think it should ruin his career. I don't care
No.
about him and Jada. I don't.
You know what,
I don't
dude?
think it would ruin their lives. I don't think it should. But at the same time, there has to be repercussions. There
Of
has to
course.
be.
Of
You,
course.
you shouldn't be. Well, I'm wealthy, so I can do whatever the fuck I want.
And that's
That's not
exactly what that behavior was. There, that was such a display of entitlement because it's like, sure, it's an emotional response, but everything afterwards and him slapping someone and then turning your back on them and walking away, that's you going, I'm Will Smith. I know I can get away with that, and
yeah,
fuck you.
100%. That was so offensive. I'm glad I haven't watched the Oscars in a long time. I look, and I don't want to fully dismiss them because look, if I say like you and I did a movie, say like we did this big movie, we both got Oscars. Come on, we're both gonna go. We're both gonna do that. Of course, you're gonna if
Oh,
you're nominated.
see, yeah, see, let me be clear about something. As somebody who's really trying to break into the industry in a, in a big way,
Uh-huh.
as ridiculous as it is, and as much like fuck Will Smith as I am, I would love to go to the
Of course,
Oscars.
of
Like
course,
it's like it's still like the ultimate achievement of
yeah,
any actor. Like
and yeah, there's that, and that's fine. I feel like the show. I feel like it's too long. It's bloated. It's the a musical montage. I didn't see the in memoriam. I can't talk. Um, I didn't see that they had some musical number, some dancers with it. I'm like, I haven't watched it. I don't want to watch it. I think
I never even heard about that.
it sounded really poor taste. I haven't watched it, but I don't know if anyone did. Like, it always post in the comments, but like, I don't. I just wow, they really dropped the ball this year. It was a joke, man. It was a joke, and it
Yeah,
was it. I but like I loved that
it was a
Belfast
worse
got.
joke than that GI Jane joke.
It really was. I love that Belfast got won something. I love that Coda won. I love that just Jessica Chastain won. I love that the awards were spread. That's what I would have liked to have heard about. That's what I cared about. That was exciting. It was nice that there wasn't a predictable moment. It was nice that Power of the Dog didn't win Best Picture because goddamn that
Yeah.
movie's boring.
What won Best Picture?
Huh? It was Coda. Coda.
What's that?
It's
I don't even know
it's
what that is.
dude, it's fucking it made my top 10. It's about a girl growing up in a deaf family. Marley Matlin is her parents. The
Oh,
actor
that
has
one.
it's
Okay.
wonderful,
Yeah,
dude. It's a great fucking feel good movie,
sure.
beautifully
Yeah.
acted. I was so happy that one, dude. And it wasn't the movie I would have picked, but I'm glad it did.
You know what it is? It's like maybe it's not the better movie out of all of them, but it should win
Yeah.
because it
Well,
the
who's to say it's better just because it doesn't isn't super beautiful and dramatic as Power of the
sure.
Dog?
Well,
Who
and
cares?
fucking cares. Most Oscar movies, I'm like snore anyway. Like, there's so many Oscar baity movies out there that I'm like,
Yeah,
and I'm sure that there are great movies within all those selections, but
there
I
are,
just
of
kind of
course. They're
every
all
time you see these, yeah,
they're
every
all
time you
good
see
movies on some
these,
level, you know.
sure, but every time you see these, I just automatically assume that they're all Oscar bait because whether they're good movies or not, they all look like Oscar bait. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
no, Coda doesn't. Coda is not an Oscar bait movie. Coda is this a feel good. Dude, the ending is like it will make you just oh, this is so beautiful. I love it. It's just one of those feel good movies, and that's nice to see, dude. It's nice to see a simple story that's told with heart, and it also builds up the deaf community. Fuck yes, I love that,
See,
dude.
yeah, that's what I mean. It's like it should win just because the good that it does and the representation that you give to the deaf community and especially deaf filmmakers and actors
That's special. Anyone with special needs. I mean,
yeah,
that's celebrated.
it outweighs any obligation to be honest,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
I mean, it's look. You know, Dune was. I think could have won. I think Belfast could have won. I think there was a lot of movies that could have won, and I would have been like, oh, cool. That's how they're.
Well, didn't
You
Dune win a bunch of other
oh
like
yeah,
ones like
well, Dune
cinematography and
swept with
stuff?
the
Yeah,
technical stuff. So I mean, it did well. It did
yeah.
well. You know, but fuck enough about the Oscars. What the fuck are you smoking?
So, man, I don't know if it's the weed or the paper, but this one did not burn well. I'm smoking something a little different right now. I'm
Okay.
smoking that Dream Queen. I think that's what it's called. But I did get a resupply. That's what I was puffing on at the beginning.
Mm.
I got some new shit. It's another ounce. It's a little. Do you want me to show you?
Yes, please do.
All right. See, this is the nice thing about my new apartment setup. I can just roll over there and roll back.
Oh shit! Yeah, you changed things around. I don't see Mac. I see the door now.
Yeah, that's my that. Oh shit! I'm like holding it like I'm in a fucking like I'm fucking Christina Aguilera. Um, yeah, that's my
Jimmy in a
door.
bottle.
That's the window. That's my air conditioner
Rub me the
behind
right
me.
way.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll away now.
Dude, look at nice shorts, by the way. Yeah, so I will share with what
I'm
I've been
back.
taking today. Oh, he's back. Oh my god, that was quick. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
I have like a real apartment, and interestingly enough, by adding furniture, I made more space because everything is perfectly tucked away in each corner.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, it is
That's
nice, dude. You know
looking
what?
I can't wait to see it as a whole. I can't wait to visit again soon.
Yeah, dude. And I got LEDs over here. I got LEDs all along the wall over there. I got LEDs behind the TV over here.
Mhm.
I call it the spaceship. That's what I call my
That's pretty
apartment.
cool. Well, you do have the lights for it, so I
I
get
do
it.
have the lights, and it is the size of a small UFO. You know,
You could
it's a
get could
cute
you
little
get like
UFO in a
a
kitchen.
you know what you should get on your wall? This would be really cool. You know, an Alien at the end of the movie when she's like, "Oh, spoiler alert for Alien."
Oh yeah.
Um, at the end of the movie when she's on the ship and she sees it kind of hidden in that. You should have like a. I wonder if they make like a wall mount of like the alien, kind of half the alien's body, so it's
Oh
coming
my
out of
god,
your
dude.
wall.
That would be fucking sick.
Right? I
Especially
want that.
imagine if it like lit up or like
Yes.
glowed in the dark, if it glued in the dark.
Glued in the dark. I
Fucking
love the
idiot.
glue in the dark.
Glue in the dark. I'll put it right over my bed so it stares at my fucking soul before I fall asleep.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking amazing. I want that so bad now. Now, dude, I'm on pure Nirvana tonight. I'm trying something
Okay?
new
Like
myself.
something in the way or like what's up?
No, it's actually pure Nirvana. No, it is not the band. It is the drug. It is the edible. And it's working very nicely. I had a really fucked up high last night though. I mixed up some shit. I was like, "What the fuck?" It was a weird
Yeah.
high, man. It was a weird
Oh,
high, but
I should also say sorry, I'm looking up
go
alien wall
for it.
mounts.
Oh,
But
do they have them?
well, since I did just learn how to pull some
Show.
shit up, dude.
Yeah, you're
So
do
I
it.
think I have to be a little bit more specific, but there is something in the way. There's something that I can show you here
Oh, that'll be amazing.
if you just indulge me for 1 second.
I would be happy
Um,
to.
let me just give you a little read it do right there.
So excited.
Okay. Boy, it's taking its time. There we
Oh
go.
wow, that's kind of. I mean, I like I wish it were the whole body. That would be really cool.
Yeah, see, and I was thinking I was trying to get more of like these kinds of guys.
Mm. Oh, like the little. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, like these guys. Can you see me scrolling?
Yeah, I can.
Fucking sick, dude.
Yeah, see, you learn something
Man,
new every day.
this show is on a whole new level right
Oh
now.
my
Yeah,
god.
we could straight up like, do you want to watch some porn?
Yeah, let's do.
Let's
I
fucking
think
do it,
that might. Yeah. There you go.
dude.
Oh,
Oh wait,
that's cool.
that can come out of my wall. That'd be cool.
That is really rad. What
I'll
is
put
that?
it. Actually, I think I'll put that one on my ceiling above my bed.
That would be really terrifying and cool.
Yeah. Oh, there it is.
If it glows in the dark too, it would be really rad.
Oh my god,
It
dude.
looks like it does actually.
Yeah. That's that glowing in the dark.
That alien thing looked like a dildo. That thing. That looks like a dildo to me.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's gonna that one's
oh
gonna go
that.
somewhere else.
Oh, there you go. There's an alien sticking out. His paws sticking out. That's
Oh
kind of
that.
cool. No,
Oh
oh
yeah.
that one's good
Look,
too.
it's only
Yeah,
$45 on Etsy. Oh shit.
probably falls apart like instantly.
Or it'll slide down and break your fucking floor. Then you
Oh
lose your
yeah,
security
exactly,
deposit.
exactly. Oh
Oh,
my.
that's a good one.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. That's more what I was thinking.
I could have a Terminator thing, dude. You know how much I love Terminator.
You do. I'm surprised you don't have like a Terminator head or some shit like that.
Yeah, or at least a Terminator poster. I have a Terminator 2 magnet on my fridge. It's like it's the poster from the movie.
Oh, that's fun.
That's pretty sick. Dude, I should definitely have a Terminator thing.
Why didn't you give me a birthday present last week?
I gave you my company. Are you kidding me? That's
I brought you a
the best
cupcake
thing.
too. I brought you a cupcake, man. It was
Yeah.
good seeing you, by the way. That was fun to see you.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad I could be included in your birthday celebration. Real quick, before we get into that,
Okay.
check this out.
Oh,
Look at all
sweet.
that. Bam.
Oh my god, that's a lot.
This is an ounce, 28 grams of what the kids call London pound cake.
How long does that last you?
Like a month.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of like, so because Uber Eats isn't really an option because of gas prices,
Yeah.
I have to search for like a real second job. So
So you're a drug dealer now?
since I'm kind, yeah, it's not a bad idea. But since I'm kind of penny pinching right now, since I'm just going off of one income, I've been buying like weed in bulk because I can get these value deals online.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have like flash sales. So that's what I've been doing. That's how I've been resupplying myself. With the occasional splurge because I can't resist. But so yeah, I've been getting this stuff. It's still good. It's still good. And London pound cake is very nice. It's actually a. Ooh, hey, I have an idea. How about this? This? Okay, how about we do a little something? See, look, we got all the bells and whistles now.
Oh my god, you give this guy a toy and suddenly he's like,
we got all the bells. Yeah. Look, man, this is like I'm mad with power.
You are. I can't believe it. I have Jimmy Almighty and I'm not even in charge. This is embarrassing. I'm
yeah, so but sad. Imagine this though. Imagine this. Imagine where we get way too high on the show, which happens often.
Yes,
and,
it does.
And now we have the ability to just like look at shit. You're gonna tell me that's not cool?
No, it's fucking great.
Yeah, it definitely elevates the show to whole new heights. Let me show you a little something, Jimmy. Okay. This is what we call I'm 21, shut up. This is what we call London pound cake, boys. So as you can see here, this is leafly.com. This is the go-to spot if you want to find out about any strain.
Oh, okay.
Okay, here's the effect. It has more of a calming effect. As you can see here, it is higher on the THC. Flavors, aroma, you get a lot of vanilla. And top effect is sleepy. So this is one of those bedtime weeds. Now, here's the deal. On the website, it marketed it as as like a more of a straight hybrid. And hang on. I'm going to check it out.
Look at that. We're on the bottom.
Mad with power. And
yes, you are.
Also, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh, it's marketed it as more of like a straight hybrid. So I was like, this will be a good one, a nice in between to buy since I'm buying in bulk. And I get it, and it's some sleepy time weed. So I'm going to be getting sleepy a lot. I'm going to be sleeping my days away, which I'm not too stoked about. But London pound cake is very nice.
I like the name.
As you can see here, it's an indica-dominant marijuana strain. It crosses Sunset Sherbet with an unknown heavy-hitting indica. Half of this, actually most of this, comes from parts unknown.
Wow.
Boom. Okay, it's designed to relieve symptoms associated with fatigue and depression. All right, and then you scroll down, and then whoops. Oh yeah, no, here we go. So here's the effects. You get sleepy, relaxed, and tingly.
Oh, tingly's good.
Tingly in your jingly.
Oh my gosh.
Here's the negatives though. Sometimes you get paranoid.
How often do you get paranoid on weed though? I never get rarely.
I really don't. If anything, what it is I will that's better.
Oh, that's cool.
Sort of. Shit.
Mad with power, Justin Bunce.
Power. So, dude, this shit's crazy. Uh, I told you, dude, it's sleepy time weed. I'm gone. I noticed right away
Oh my
last night
god.
when I tried it. It makes me real spacey. No
We'll.
relation to Kevin, but
Are you sure about that?
don't don't you put that evil on me. You gonna
What's
put the
in the
devil on me?
box? That's what I
Um,
prefer to think of Kevin that way as a
no,
serial killer in
I
Kevin.
I don't really get paranoid. I think I did in the beginning with sativas because sativas are like meant to sort of energize you and help with mental focus. But the reason I started smoking was because of my anxiety. So it, depending on the strain or in your mood, I guess it can ramp up your anxiety. So I have to have some indica to like calm me down and like, you know, make me not so fucking wound up all the time. But
Mm.
um yeah, I don't really get paranoid too much anymore. The only time there are times where I go down a path in my head. I go down a dark path where I think of like, and I don't even want to say them out loud, like absolute traumatic, tragic, like worst case scenarios in my life of like, people in my life,
Like people
things
you
happening
love.
to them. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I
Where
can see that.
I kind of play out this whole scenario of what would happen then, and then you go through it and you start to feel those emotions, and then you just get like it just gets dark and you start like going down. And I think that now that I'm a more experienced smoker, it's easier for me to be like, stop. Let's listen to some music or watch like a comedy or something, you know. So no, not so much anymore.
Mm. I think I got paranoid one time, like really. And I don't know why it was. It was. I think I've talked about it on the show when I watched Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Like that was that. Oh wow, we got big. I
Yeah, we
didn't even
did.
make it to Leatherface. I literally saw.
Really?
Yeah, the gray. I was because I was super fucking baked. I was really really high, and I got to the scene in the cemetery. The I was just like, there is no fucking way I can handle this. And I went to
Oh
bed that
yeah.
night. Every sound was like, oh my god, he's in the building. He's here. It was Leatherface. And I was so fucking high, dude, and it freaked me the fuck out. Freaked me the fuck out. Only time I whoa! Jesus, you're going crazy with power. Yeah.
Dude, I'm like, hang on.
You're high as fuck. I like it.
Look, I probably should have toyed with this not on the show, but fuck it.
Well, remember when I did the took 400 milligrams and like we couldn't even do the show because I was just too fucking
Was it
wasted.
400?
It was 400.
God
Oh,
damn it.
Jesus Christ! What the fuck are you doing, man?
Man, I
You're,
don't fucking know what's going on.
there you
There we go.
go. You're
There.
getting
I'm
the
a
hang of it,
fucking
dude.
yo, I'm a tech wizard. I'm hacking into the mainframe. We're
But
in,
you
boys.
gotta. I'm not Justin Butts. You're not JimmyO.
Oh, sorry. We had that problem. We've had
Yeah,
that problem before.
yeah. We're switch hitters, so
Wait, didn't I make that joke?
yeah. I think you did. Now I'm just
Yeah, you
borrowing
fucking
it.
thief.
I'm being.
You
I'm
know what?
getting the
Just for
humor.
that joke, I'm gonna slap you at the Oscars.
Please do. Please do. I would. I. You know what's funny? I don't know if I told this joke, but so when I was doing acting, I was in a play called, and I wanted to talk about this, but I was like, nah, I don't care. But when I did a play called Cracks in the Sidewalk, where I played a rebellious kid, it was a few years ago when I was younger, and I was like this, just a badass. And there's one scene right where this cop has us all like this gang members all about to get arrested. He's kind of messing with us, and he's going up to us and talking down to us, yelling at us, and the actor decided that he wanted to go real deep into it, and he was screaming in my face, and I just gave him this like kind of this little look. He slapped me so fucking hard on stage in front of an audience. He went like that, and I was like, I hear ringing, and he came up to me after, like, right when we cut. He's like, dude, oh my god, I'm so sorry, I did not mean to do that hard. And I'm like, it didn't bother me because I knew he wasn't trying to fuck me over. I knew he wasn't trying to be an asshole. But it hurt like fucking hell, man. And
Yeah.
it was, but I just played it off, man. Dude, I fucking
Yeah, you're not gonna ruin the show for that. Like that,
no,
the performer in you is like, yo, you're
no,
you're like Chris Rock. You're like, all right, the show
fuck
must go
yeah.
on. Yeah.
Dude, the fun when I did was it God, which play was it? It was some Shakespeare play. Oh, Much Ado About Nothing. And I played this dumb character. I played one of the guards, and I decided, hey, they gave me like this prop of a pitchfork, and I thought it'd be fun to pretend to stab my foot. I didn't pretend. I actually went boom and stabbed myself in the foot on stage during a performance. It hurt even worse than the slap, and stayed in character the whole fucking time. I was
That's
bleeding. I
cool.
was literally bleeding. And luckily, it
So
wasn't a deep cut, but it was like, fuck, man.
yeah. So you didn't like kind of feel it a little bit to make sure it wouldn't actually stab your foot. You're
I,
just like, ah, it's a prop. It'll be fine.
I did feel it, but I just misjudged where my foot was. I just kind of like, I went big with the joke, because I was
Okay.
like, oh, this is supposed to be funny. I stabbed myself in the foot. Ha ha ha. Oh, that wasn't so funny. But the joke worked because people thought I stabbed myself in the foot. And people were like, ah. I'm like, no, I really did that.
Did
That
you like really scream?
No, I was in the middle of the show. I couldn't do that. I had to go, whoop, whoop, like that. That was my reaction. I was like, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, so then how's the audience supposed to know you stabbed your foot?
Well,
I
because
thought I thought the joke was like,
they could see me doing, yes, sir. Oh, like that. It was one of
oh,
those.
so you are supposed to have a reaction.
There was a reaction, but
Okay.
my reaction would have been, motherfucker, like
That would have been
that,
good. Honestly, that would have got a big laugh.
Probably, but with Shakespeare, it wouldn't have made sense.
Well, just say it with your iambic pentameter.
Oh yeah, tis motherfucking assholes, or I don't know. That was
Yeah,
motherfucking asshole.
that'd be
Fucking, I
good.
don't know. I like the word fuck a lot, though. I really I do have to say that it was fun. I mean, I did a lot of shit theater, like I just like, I don't know. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but fucking, we can move on because
Hey,
I'm
it's a
yeah,
thing.
yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing.
Do you
But
want to
I
know about the other
yeah,
negatives of London Pound Cake?
Blended pancake, go for it.
The other
Actually,
negatives are
put it up on the
dry
screen because
mouth.
I gotta do something. I gotta step. Can you hold the fort? Like, I know we're live, but something just happened outside. I gotta check on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh
Okay.
oh.
Yeah. So bring that shit up. Play around. Talk to the audience. It'll just be 2 seconds. I'll be quick. I promise you.
Okay.
Promise.
Yeah. What if Will Smith is waiting outside of Jimmy's apartment? Oh man. All right. Well, fuck it. Yeah. Hey, everybody. God damn it. Working out the. Oh wait. Hang on. Yeah. I think that's. Oh, man, get out of here with that. Did you know that 19% of people say it helps with depression? That's not that many, honestly. But anyway, it'll give you dry mouth, which, fuck yeah, it will. Dizzy. Oh, that's cool.
What are you fucking talking about?
The flavors are vanilla, butter, and lemon.
Oh, good. I love that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Says it'll make you dizzy. Honestly, I get it. I'll be honest.
Easy, really.
London Pound Cake is good, but I probably won't get it again.
Wait, what? Why? Why not?
It's too. If I want sleepy time, there's better.
For sure. For sure.
And the dizzy, I do get that. And that sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really big negative, especially because I have like really bad motion sickness already.
Oh shit, you do, right? Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Everything's okay, by the way. I just
Oh,
just remember the last time. Remember when we were about to go on, and that motherfucking drunk ass bitch hit my fucking car, and
Uh huh.
I couldn't even go on that night because literally my parked car was hit by a drunk driver who literally was told by the cops, "Hey, it's okay, just we'll drop you off at home." Yeah, no wonder.
LA's finest.
LA's finest indeed, man. I'm like,
Did you see that high speed chase that they just let the guy go?
no,
Yeah.
no,
And they're like, he, as you can see here, he's accelerating to 40 miles an hour. And it's like, dude,
yeah,
he's going the speed limit and he's stopping at stoplights. And you
yeah.
still
Well,
have
I
the
mean,
spotlight on him.
I don't know, man. It just, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it though. Oh my god. I want to talk a little. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I want to talk about my birthday, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
I usually don't fucking I don't really. I'm not a birthday guy in the sense that you get enough of them and you just stop caring after a while. You're just kind of like,
Mm,
okay. Uh, it was the best birthday I've had in a long time. The whole weekend was
that's
really
good.
fun, phenomenal. I was
Let's
bummed we didn't get to do the show.
walk us through it.
So Saturday was my birthday last Saturday, and I woke up in the morning, did my thing. I got to talk to my buddy from London. We did a FaceTime, and he wanted to call and wish me happy birthday, which was really sweet. I did the got my did some family stuff. We went to um, took my kid to a music store so I could look at some guitars and see if there's anything. He of course always wants a guitar because he loves guitars, and that was a lovely time. We got some food. My buddy, my boxing trainer, offered me an extra class for my birthday, so I did that, and then I went to AFI with my buddy, and because my wife was going to go, but she's still recovering, so she wasn't
Mhm.
quite ready to go. So my buddy went with me and my kid, and we had honestly, dude, it's no matter how shitty like a concert experience can be, like when they're good, oh my god, and it was a really great show. It was AFI, and they okay, I got to tell you this cuz they had this opening act. Have you ever heard of Mother Mary?
I don't think so.
Okay, so they're two girls. Their story is they came from a very huge Mormon family and they got out of the cult. They called it a cult and they were the youngest of the family. Very attractive, very attractive girls, blonde haired girls. I think blonde hair. And they had a small screen in back of the stage, kind of, how they have the opening act has a little tiny setup. They had
Yeah.
this little screen that had these weird kind of you know, that heat kind of color image, and it was kind of just playing along with the music, and then they just did their songs, which was mostly them getting on the floor and going like, and the clothes came off. All of, like literally, it was a strip show. They ended up they finished the show in just a very very tiny little thing covering their boobs and a g-string. That was the opening act. And it's I remember like I was kind of fat
I should have
and
taken you up on that extra ticket.
it was pretty entertaining, and they fucking they did a cover of Like a Virgin, Madonna's Like a Virgin, and
Mm.
I liked it. I mean, but it's funny because I went to the bathroom like after them, and some dude was in the bathroom. And you hear this guy go, "So about that opening act, huh?" we
Yeah, I
were
was gonna
all kind
say,
of
how was everyone else reacting to it?
I think we were all at one point they pulled out a this big cross water bottle and they were baptizing the.
Did they
Oh
even
my
like
god!
sing or play anything?
They sing. It was very auto tuned, but honestly, I checked out the album and it kind of like it. I kind of dig it. It's very auto tuned. It's very poppy, but it was nice. It was an interesting, different show. I don't know if I wouldn't go see them just to see them. I would. It was it did kind of feel. I was like, oh, cool, it's a little strip show. That's fun. So my kid's first strip show.
Yeah.
And then it was it was a good. It was they were good enough, but AFI, dude, oh my god, they fucking nailed it. That guy, whether you like AFI or not, you can't deny that that guy has fucking presence. Both him and Jade, the Davey and Jade were just on fire. It was a great show, and they were. I think they had some technical issues, but he played right through it, and it was an incredible night. And then even Sunday, when it was my kind of chill down, I got to see a lot of my friends. I got to see you on my birthday, which was lovely. I brought you a cupcake.
Yeah.
I was going to bring you champagne because I had a nice bottle of champagne this weekend, and it
Yeah,
was.
you're like, why don't you drive like 2 towns over and come get a glass of
It's
champagne
not that far. You're 10 minutes away, bitch. Come on.
from Burbank? It's at least 20.
No. I mean, it depends. If it depends on how you do it. Maybe 15. Maybe 15. Maybe.
15 for sure.
Mm.
But
But
with these gas prices,
no, that's a very good point. That's actually good. But it ended up like the Oscars. I didn't watch the Oscars. I really had no interest. I wasn't feeling like,
yeah, me either.
I just wanted to kind of enjoy. I mean, I kind of got caught up in the Will Smith stuff when it was happening, and I was
Oh
kind of like,
yeah.
oh, and I remember we talked, and we both for a minute thought it was staged. I was like, that this is weird because it looked odd. Like the ears, like it was so surreal to see it. You're kind of like, wait a second, this has got to be staged. But then I was kind of thinking, well, why would Will Smith and Chris Rock to agree to potentially destroy their career, or at least
That's exactly what I
harm their?
thought.
Yeah,
I was like, neither one of them have anything to gain by staging
nothing,
this and
nothing.
taking it this far.
Because
So
it,
there's
I
no
mean, the
way.
only thing would be of like, oh, we paid you a lot of money. They don't need the money. They're fine.
The only explanation would be that they're in cahoots with the Russian government to treat this as a red flag operation to distract people from, the war. There's a war happening. Did you know that?
Yeah, dude, that's kind of what bothered me about the whole thing is like, wow, we're talking about this when there's actually, kind of important shit happening in the world right now. It seemed fucking petty, but another thing is, to be honest, I just had such a good weekend. It was a nice. I haven't gone out on my birthday in years because I don't know, I don't like to. Last time I went out on my birthday, obviously we were in a pandemic, so it wasn't as easy. But I went to a karaoke like a few years back with a bunch of friends. But it was a very lovely, lovely weekend, and I felt really weirdly blessed, like this kind of, oh, okay, it feels good. It feels good to I don't know, just I got to see a lot of my friends, just to spend the time with the family, and weirdly I kind of like birthdays. A lot of people don't, but I don't like them for the sake of I want to go party. But I don't mind kind of looking back at the year and looking forward and thinking, oh, okay, oh cool, this was good, and I'm looking forward to this, and I don't know, it was a nice fucking weekend and a nice time. I feel lucky. I really do. I feel it's hard to have a nice birthday in this fucking weird ass time we're living in, to be honest.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, I think that
Oh,
me
wow.
personally, surprise. Um, I think I mean, my thing has always just been I just want to have a good day. You know,
Yeah.
I try to keep it simple because I've learned the hard way before that when you try to like do too much, then you put too much on it, and then you have a terrible time. So, um, like I mean, this past birthday, I got a coffee from one of my favorite like local places, and I got like there's a breakfast burrito truck that's a couple blocks from where I work. I got that. I got a weed cigar that I like,
Mm.
and then
I
I just
remember
fucking
that. I
yeah,
remember
dude.
that.
And then I just fucking chilled. Like
Yeah.
it's okay to treat yourself, but there's definitely something there. There's a certain type of person that makes a big deal about their birthday. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like their turn, and especially these. insignificant birthdays and ages, which are most of them.
Yeah.
And some girl that fuck, and I've seen it all the time. Some girls like in a mini skirt with a fucking tiara on and a sash, and she's like, "I'm turning 29," and you're like, "Then
Well,
go to work and shut
wait a
up."
second.
Like,
I did wear a mini skirt and a sash, and I did wear a little. It was
man,
lovely.
such an attention whore.
It was nice. It was actually really cool. I had a little nice surprise. I have a good old friend of mine, Philip, who was pretty cool. He's a gamer. You dig Philip? He's a good dude. He was at the show, so I got to see a couple of friends. It was dude. It was a fucking great weekend, man. I'm still like feeling really like just it was nice because it led to a week of being feeling pretty good about everything and just feeling I've been weirdly happy lately, and I don't know why. I'm enjoying it, don't get me wrong, but I'm feeling weirdly happy and just weirdly like content. And I miss doing the show though, man. I missed you. I wanted to do a show on my birthday weekend. That was the only thing I missed, man. Missed
Man, we
you.
got so close.
We did. We were. I think it. I Here's the thing. I'm glad because we were gonna do it Sunday night, obviously because we couldn't do it Friday because something was going on, and Saturday I had the show. Um, I wanted to do it, but when once that shit with Will Smith happened, I was like, I'm so glad we didn't do it, honestly,
Oh
because
yeah,
then it would have been like the entire world is talking about the stupid, ridiculous men behaving badly, and I
yeah.
don't know.
Honestly, I think I'm glad that we're talking about it when I've had a chance to cool down about it because
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it sounds silly because like I don't know these people, but but I'm for sure not the only person that feels this way.
No.
Where I it upsets me and it kind of gets me fired up because it is so disgusting and embarrassing
Yeah.
for that industry, for the whole
Yeah.
industry even,
It really
so
is. It really
it's
is.
and the display of entitlement, it's really disgusting and it bums me out and it upsets
Yeah.
me. So I'm glad that we can talk about it when I've had a chance to sort of like be okay with leaving it alone.
Yeah. I mean, look, I've been in this. I've been doing what my job for a while, and I've been doing it since 2006. I feel like I see a lot of entitlement on all sides, whether it's the celebs, whether it's but I always do want to push that. I think Hollywood gets a bad rap. I really do because there is more good than bad. I fully believe
Yeah.
that, and I've had
And
really.
honestly, I thought about because you've said that before, and
Mhm.
I've thought about you telling me that a lot throughout this past week because I'm like, I really just kind of have to take your word for it because that's what I want to believe in it. And again, like as somebody that's breaking in or trying to break into this industry and kind of you know on the come up, but
On the cusp,
I yeah, I'm right there, dude.
right there.
Um, it's like it almost worries me because it that incident gives you this percent. And again, the the fact that he got a standing ovation after all that bullshit and they
I
showed
don't.
support, it kind of
Yeah,
shows you how cowardly a lot of the rest of them are too. At
it's
least
not.
in there.
It's one of those things where I feel like it's Hollywood because it is in the limelight because it's people are saying it. There's so many any kind of form of business where there's a lot of money involved. There's people being shitty. Period. I've seen abusive lawyers too when I worked in law firms. I worked with a bankrupt. I didn't work with him, but I worked near a bankruptcy attorney. The dude, I he should have been fired. He was a piece of shit human being. Not gonna say who he was, but he would scream at his secretary. He threw things at her. He'd call her bitch. He'd call her stupid. I'm like, and he had to go to anger management classes. You know why? Because they brought in money. That's it. Anyone else, if that had been me, or anyone else, any other employee, like a secretary or a filing clerk or any even an associate, because this guy was a partner, they would be out the door. They would be out the
Of
door.
course. Well, look, I'll tell you what. I bet if he called his secretary G.I. Jane, that would have been the last straw.
Oh, dude, it was he. I mean, the shit he said to her, like, and you could hear it. You'd be like, and it that frustrated me a lot. Like, I'm not, like when this shit happens, like, it pisses me off that it happened. It really does, because it really ruined it for a lot of people. Like you said earlier, like Jim
Yeah.
Carrey said,
And honestly, dude, Will Smith
he's getting
and
jiggy with it.
well, and my mom can attest to this because I fucking ever since I was a little kid, fucking loved Will Smith. You know,
Do you now? Okay, let me ask you this then. Do you? Is there a piece of that you can you still do you still like at least like? I don't think it should ruin your that. I don't
I'm
think it should.
no. I'm not. I have not sworn off Will Smith.
Okay.
I think a lot of this, all of this, has to do with his chaotic broken marriage and what's going on with him mentally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
That's true.
clearly, this was prompted by that. So
Well,
I think that,
the look she gave him was
yeah.
pretty fucking obvious.
So I think that there is some redemption. That's what I said. Like, I can forgive that. It's everything afterwards, the speech and the fact that he was still kind of sliding Chris.
Yeah.
That's what's and dancing to the fucking at the after party. That's bullshit.
That
Fuck that.
that bothered me a little bit because
And his stupid fucking bullshit public apology. It's just more pussy shit, man. It really
yeah.
is. And
I read Chris's apology and I'm just kind of like, dude, you're apologizing a little too much. I mean, I get. I think it was smart of him to do an apology, Chris Rock. I think it was smart. I think that
I didn't even see
because
it.
they're oh yeah, it was a very he apologized about the joke. He said it was in poor taste, blah blah blah. And he went on, and it was a very it was a good apology, I think. But I think we as we watch these people, we see their lives kind of just, hey, this is what's happening, this is what's going on, and we're suddenly thrust in the in and out when we don't really know all of the details of what's going on.
Yeah.
So I
Well,
always feel very cautious about being too like, yeah, fuck that guy forever, he should he should be
yeah.
canceled.
Yeah, I mean, no, I agree that he shouldn't be canceled.
No, of course not.
I think that there is a way out of this. It's just whether or not he's willing to do what it takes.
There needed to be, it was a mistake, there should have been the consequences, and that's
Yeah.
we got to get out of this where you have sex traffickers in Congress or still in Congress. I mean, he should be in jail and he should be in Congress, he should be in jail.
Yeah.
There's no, but you have money, you have a rich daddy, you have this, you have that. It's not just politics, it's not entertainment, it's everything. You money. Look at OJ. Look at OJ. Like
Yeah.
this guy. I mean, pretty fucking obvious what he did. Pretty fucking obvious what he did. And he walked. He didn't even go to jail for that. He
Yeah.
went to jail for something stupid. You're just like, I
And he fucking have you seen his Twitter?
no, I won't. No, I
He's
refuse.
done like this whole like persona, and he starts all of them with, "Hey, Twitter world."
No, I can't do him. I just, I'm not gonna.
Who
I
was
mean,
that newscaster that they were on a Zoom call and then he didn't realize that they were still on and he was like
the
had his
cat.
dick out.
Oh, that guy. Oh, yeah. That who is back
Yeah.
to work. I mean,
And OJ made a video about him and he's like, "What's wrong with you?" And like and you're like, OJ of all people is judging you on your actions.
yeah, that is a that. I mean, he really has no room to judge anybody. To be honest, I mean that's he generally I
No, but
he
I mean that's the problem though.
yeah yeah.
That's the
it's
problem.
we are we're sorely lacking as a society forgiveness and understanding and context. We're sorely lacking that because again, I'm going to step in with the, I'm not going to judge Jada Pinkett Smith either. I don't know her situation. I don't know why she did what
Yeah.
she did.
You know
It's
how
not
these
my
hoes are.
fucking business, huh?
You know how these hoes are.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care what other people. I'm in this business, right? I talk to these people all the time, and I couldn't name who's married to who. I couldn't name who's dating who. I don't care. I don't. I mean, when you're, yeah, you'll kind of like if it's something fairly like, like Sasha Baron Cohen, you know who he's married to, and Isla Fisher, who's cool, awesome. So I know that. That's all I need to know about their lives. That's it. I don't need to know anything more. But I do know that they're really lovely people. So that she's fucking awesome. But I I feel like we're just too much in other people's business, yet
Oh, for
we're
sure.
still doing the same. We do stupid shit all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone does, and we're just so like I don't know. It frustrates me that we have no fucking empathy and no fucking we just don't have the ability to forget. And I'm not saying that like, oh yeah, we should totally. I'm pissed off that Will didn't get any consequences. It pisses me off. I don't think it's right. I don't think it's okay. But oh well, there's nothing I can do about it, so I don't care. I'm just
Yeah.
moving on.
And I will say, I didn't even know Chris made an apology. And like I was saying, what a fucking clinic of professionalism. And what a great character because you know
he made
what?
up for that shitty Saw movie. I will say that,
Yeah.
that was bad.
Um
I
I
I know people love that movie, but that I was not a fan.
do they? I haven't heard anybody that likes it.
There was a few. It did pretty well. I mean,
I I I think that I think that Chris Rock playing any dramatic role is automatically intriguing because you don't see it that much.
no,
But anyway, he could have easily not made an apology,
yeah.
and he
I
would be
think it
well
was
within his
smart
rights. I
to
mean,
do it, though. I think it was
it
smart
is
for
just to
him.
cover
Yeah.
all your bases, but he could easily, and a lot of people would just ride the victim, which I wouldn't be mad at. He got fucking smacked in front of millions of people, and that video
Yeah.
is going to exist forever. It's going to
I
be on some server that's going to outlive
Someone's
humanity.
gonna get an interview with him, and it's going to be a fire. It's gonna whoever interviews Chris Rock next, and he's willing to talk about the shit. I'm not talking junket interviews. Whoever like whether it's fucking I don't know is Oprah still on? I don't know whatever.
You
Like
know what? He'll save it because if he's touring right now, he's probably gearing up for a new special.
mhm.
He'll debut it himself on his new special.
Yeah, I would love to. I fucking love
The
to
person
interview him
who's
after.
going to really profit is whatever streaming platform. But there's going to be a bidding war.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, immediately the ticket sales went up immediately for him. So I'm happy for him. I'm happy he got something out of it, even though the other guy didn't get punished at all. At
Yeah.
least he got something. I mean, I don't. How many? Dude, I've seen so many, especially lately. If you watch movies from the 2000s, look at American Pie. Some of those jokes wouldn't be made now at all.
Of course
Oh
not,
my God.
dude. Of course not. There's some movies that you watch and every other like it's just carpet bombed with like retard fag and you're like, "Whoa." Like
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and
You forget you're so accustomed to like how PC everything is now. Well, I don't want to say people things aren't as PC as and I think and maybe I just understand that because I watch a lot of stand-up comedy and these
yeah.
guys are raw, dude.
Yeah,
And
we're not as PC as people. I think
no,
people.
and these people are celebrities too now.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly. I don't I don't I like. I think I've told the story before. I watched I watched 21 Jump Street. I love the movie. Those two movies. I actually rewatched the second one again recently, and I was watching it, and there was a couple jokes I don't like that were actually kind of offensive to me. Like
Yeah.
I'm watching it and going, "This is a really bad joke," and it's actually it's kind of a little bit of an insult to someone I love very much. And it, but here's the thing: I don't go, "Well, fuck this movie, fuck." fucking
Yeah.
close the door.
You
I'm
know
like,
what?
I hate that joke. That's it. I moved on.
See, and you know what, dude? I that's what I really like about you.
Hmm.
One thing. I mean, that's not the only
The
thing.
only thing, but
Because dude, the only redeeming quality you have is is
my hair.
is that because I know you. I know the bias you have.
Yeah, we do.
And
You
and
know exactly what I'm talking about.
anybody else with that bias would react that way. I mean, I'm sure there's other people that have the intellect and the wherewithal like you do to separate that. Because to
Yeah,
me, as a somebody that doesn't have that bias and is a comedy fan, I appreciate that because that is the right perspective to have. We were just talking about it. Like that just means that that joke isn't for you because as much as you don't like it, I bet it killed in the theater.
yeah, it did. It was fun. A lot of people laughed, and I don't resent the joke. I know the guys that wrote it. They're nice guys. They're not
Yeah.
assholes. They're not fucking dicks. They're really nice, funny guys. So I'm like, I mean, I'm not like. We need to step back. There's been very few movies. There was one movie I saw that I had to review. I'm gonna try and think of the name of it, but it was really fucking offensive. Oh my god, it was like it was god, what was this? I don't know if I've talked about this on this show before. It had I blocked it out completely. I don't even remember. It's about a bunch of guys who have this apartment that they rent out for when they bring they're a bunch of rich dudes who they bring their mistresses there. One chick dies. And so and one of the guys from Modern Family was in it. He played, he was one of the gay characters in Modern Family. I believe it was Modern Family. And he played this like, oh, fuck those. But I'm like, it was laughable. It was laughable. And it was really kind of gross to women. Like really kind of like,
Mm.
ooh, that's really ooh. It was not pleasant to watch. And I'm like, but I'm not gonna judge. It's a movie that I think was offensive. But at the same time, someone may not. Someone may see that movie and just see it as it's a just a little kind of a dark thriller. I mean, a movie I liked as a kid, was one of those VHS nasties. This movie called Don't Answer the Phone. Whoa, it's about a rapist who murders all these women, and it's not pleasant. It's not a pretty movie. It's gross actually, but it's a cheesy horror film. And it came out in the early '80s. So I'm like, I get you have to do that. And if you don't like it, if it doesn't work for you, I could certainly see someone who has had been the victim of sexual assault watching that movie and going, are you fucking kidding me? People actually like this and want to be entertained by this? Of course. I mean, there's going to be people that's not going to work for. It's just, I guess it's a fine line between, well, we need to ban it because it bothers me, or, well, it bothers me,
Yeah.
I'm not going to watch it. I mean, surely there's some stuff that maybe crosses the line a little too much. I'm sure, but I feel like we need to be a lot more careful about, and realize maybe not everything is about us.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like when like you said, not everything's made for everybody, especially comedy.
Oh,
Especially,
yeah.
dude, my wife and I
Yeah.
have very different tastes in comedy. She likes stuff that I'm just like, and I'm like watching. I had on Knocked Up the other night, and
Mhm.
which actually doesn't hold up as well as I thought. They kind of, the women are kind of Karens in that. They're like not. It doesn't. It's kind of weird to watch it now. It doesn't hold up as well, but it's still a really good movie. It's still, they make what's her name? Her the lead girl is Katherine Heigl is
Mhm.
really, and I don't think it's the way the character's written completely. I think it's just something about her just comes across really. Ugh. I didn't like it. I didn't like her. Her character kind of got on my nerves a little bit rewatching
I
it.
think wasn't there like
There
I
was
don't
some,
know,
yeah, she wasn't
some
happy with
behind the
the
scenes
movie.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but my thing is, I don't think it's all the script. I think a lot of it's what she brought to it, and Leslie Mann is who plays Paul Rudd's wife is the same way, but she's delightful. She's funny. because she knows how to tell a joke. She knows how to do these. Leslie Mann's fucking hilarious. She knows
Oh
her
yeah.
shit. So like when she's playing a quote unquote shrew wife, it's still charming. And her and
Hmm.
Paul Rudd had great fucking chemistry. I even like the follow up. This is 40. I think
Hmm.
they're I have a little crush on Leslie Mann. I think she's cute.
She's great.
Yeah, she really is. But I don't know, man. I think we take all of it just a little too seriously, and I know we're in that. It's fun. It's almost like people like to be pissed off, or likes to be offended, or likes to be,
Sure.
And I
Yeah.
just I don't know. I'm just
I
kind of
think it's because most people, I don't know. I think a lot of people who live like their day to day and go through the motions, there's not a whole lot of excitement and things that
yeah.
like ignite them. So when things like this happen, they go like, "Oh yeah, fuck them," and like it kind of gives them a rush a little bit.
Well, let me ask you this: have you ever been offended by a movie?
No,
Okay.
I've been annoyed by things like there's a horror movie that came out on Netflix that you're like who's kind of like gross to women.
Which one?
I kind of got a feeling like I forget what the fuck it was called. It was like that Netflix one that was like the clown with the tiny hat and he has like the teeth,
Oh yeah, yeah. The I know which one you're talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the diddler or whatever the fuck it's called.
The
Yeah,
Diddler.
I was like, I don't know. Some of the way some of the kills were, I was like,
Yeah.
ugh,
Well, horror has I mean, if you look at the '80s slashers, like I mentioned, Don't Answer the Phone. I mean, dude, that movie's really, really like, oh, this
yeah.
is ugly towards women, and
It's
it is.
kind of like yeah,
It's hard to watch. I mean, I don't. When
it's
you're
like edgelordy. Like
yeah.
you're trying too hard.
Yeah,
It's gross.
I mean, I think that like I also love giallo movies, the Italian, like the not Suspiria so much, but like the Deep Red Hatchet murders and all these kinds of things. They're pretty. I mean, you watch them and the women are just like, oh, look at my tits. Oh, let me rub them a little.
Right.
You're just like, so how is this moving the story forward? But I feel like at the same time, it, okay, I'm going to say this. It's okay to be offended. It's okay. It's okay to be offended by something.
Yeah.
It just maybe stop and think, okay, well, how offensive is this? Is this really serious? Like,
Yeah.
should I write a letter to somebody? Should I, if your congressman or your
Is
local
this
senator
worth
is doing some
slapping Chris
shit?
Rock over?
Yeah, exactly. Is it worth slapping Chris Rock over? If it's not worth
Yeah.
it, then don't do it. Don't do it.
Exactly.
Don't do it.
Well, I mean, being offended is literally an emotional response. Like you can't help
You
it.
can't help it. Yeah.
Yeah. So you
I,
gotta. That's when you gotta use your head instead of your emotions. You
Well, you
little
haven't talked about
bitch.
your week, dude. How was your? I mean, I want
Oh
to
man, I don't do
talk about like
shit.
good. You
Not
didn't do
anymore.
shit. Why not?
I mean, I've been. Oh, okay. Well, here, look, look. Here's what we'll
Look.
start with. Well, first of all, I've been limiting what I do and where I go because of the gastro.
Oh, that's true.
So
That's true.
there is that. Trying to be more. Anyway,
Uh,
here's what's important. Okay, because I did some
Please.
filming. I did some filming this week and whatnot, but for the show. But this is the most important thing. Today's April 1st, which means that it is the premiere of Mates.
Oh shit! It's available now.
The series premiere of Mates. If you go to here's the beauty of share screen.
Oh, I want to give one
Screen
of your.
sharing.
By the way, I want to give one of your cast members a shout out. Let me
Okay.
find his name. I just because I think he requested made a friend request to me or something, and I
Yes.
God damn it, what's his name?
Gabe.
Who? Gabe. Dude's awesome. I really like him. I've gone on his page. He seems like a friendly dude. I like him. I'm
Yeah,
all for that
yeah.
guy.
I mean, he writes most of the sketches.
Dude, have him on the show. Come on, man.
Yeah. No, we can do that. We can set that up for sure.
Yeah. Now that you're the boss, man, you know how to do this now. You're large and in charge, buddy.
Yeah, dude.
I don't know,
So,
man.
um Yeah, I'll tell you what.
Are you bringing it
I'm
up?
just gonna.
Are you finding mates?
Yeah. Why the fuck
Do it.
not?
Why the
I want
fuck
to. I
not?
want to.
Yeah,
I want to point people in the right direction.
please do. Yeah, I want to see it, man. I've got so much shit to do, but I will make time to watch Mates just for you and your fine friends, just for you.
Well, I'm not gonna play the whole episode. That'd be
Oh
kind of
yeah, of
fucked up.
course not. Like
But
not now, but give us a taste. Give us a little tease. We want
I
to see
will give
something.
us a taste.
Oh my god, what the fuck?
Hang on. Sorry. I'm new.
Well, he's kind of, well, to this you are, but that's all right. You're doing a good job. I'm proud of you.
Thanks. All right, there we go. I did it. All right, so here we go.
Show us your one of your favorite ones.
Well, okay. So first of all, this is it. That's me. This is the
Uh,
YouTube. This is the YouTube mates apostrophe mates. Speaking of
I'm gonna
Gabe,
follow
there's
you guys.
Gabe.
I'm gonna go on there.
Okay. Now I'll tell you what. Why don't we find? I'm gonna play this. This is
Okay, play it.
the most recent teaser that we put out. Is that super loud?
That's a little loud, isn't it?
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Is there not like
A volume. There's gotta be. Yeah, there's gotta be a volume control.
Will it work if
there.
I just do it from my computer? I wonder.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no fucking clue.
Oh shit! How is there not like a slider? Is it just like volume or no volume? That's stupid.
Yeah, I guess it's just kind of
Well,
loud.
here's what we can do.
Show me.
Let's go to the actual video.
Yeah,
God damn
bring
it!
on the fucking video.
That's not what I wanted.
Is this
Wait,
you?
what?
Is this yours?
This isn't. What the fuck?
No, this is Spanish. I don't think yours is Spanish. There's another
What do you-
mates there.
Oh.
I found another. I'm going to look for it later because I'll get too wrapped up in
Oh,
finding
it tells me what the shorts are. Okay. Well then, all right. Never mind the teaser. Then we're gonna go to an actual video.
Yeah, please do.
Why don't we
Show it.
check out
I want one with you. I want to see you. That's what I want to see.
a lot of them? Yeah, a lot of them are. A lot of them are me. Let's try this. Let's try this.
Cool. See how it goes.
What we're gonna do?
Oh, there you go.
Move this. How's this? How's the volume?
That's good. That's good. That's perfect.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll make it louder.
What's going on?
Oh, thank God.
What?
Light bulb's out.
All right, so change it.
I can't. Oh, hey, can I sleep in your bed tonight?
What? No.
All right, dude, chill. Just gonna leave me all alone by my lonesome in the dark. You could at least give me a flashlight. Maybe one day. No. Just like that light bulb. You could tell your friend and dog that your roommate just burnt out. How would that make you feel?
Good night.
I am a shooting star zipping across the night sky, Clark.
It's a cat.
When you wish upon a chance, give me everything.
Do not change that. Do not stop it.
I'm not. Hey, are you sure I can't sleep?
Yes.
Fine. No homo. All right,
That's-
we'll look at one
Okay.
more.
Okay, do it. Bring it on.
I mean, this is all the older ones that we posted a while back, so that's good.
Hey, Chaz, I'm going to 7-Eleven. You need anything? Chaz? Guess he's not here.
I bet you'd like that, wouldn't you? If I just disappeared without a trace? You find my face all over missing posters and milk cartons? Eventually find my dead bloated body in the shallow end of the LA River?
I just wanted to know if you wanted something from 7-Eleven. I don't understand what's happening here.
No, man. I'm good. You treat yourself to whatever you like, but I'll tell you what, if they have any boxes of give a shit about somebody else, you should pick you up one. What? For yourself! Suck his butt! Jesus fucking Christ.
So, okay, is Chaz the only...
Grand slam! Grand slam! Get the grand slam! Can you get a grand slam with the... Shit, that's the wrong place.
Not for the Denny's, dick. That's... You know what? That's pretty funny, buddy. That's pretty funny. Honestly.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, it is.
So,
it's legit. It's cute. I like it.
Yeah. So we've been working on this show for like a year now.
Wow.
And
so how many characters do you play? Chaz? How many times do you play Chaz?
I think we've actually posted all of the Chaz stuff already, I think.
Okay.
There's
character that you played.
What?
Who's your favorite character that you played in this?
I like that question.
I like when you announce that you like a question. I wish more people did that.
Yeah, but no, because like some people, some questions are like fine, but some questions are like, it's a question that you like to answer.
Mm-hmm. Of course,
it's a fun thing to think about. So,
yeah.
What's my favorite character I've played? Maybe. I think something that was kind of fun. I don't know. That kind of spoils it. It.
Well, okay. Give us a little like what was so okay without saying what the character is, without spoiling. What did you like about playing that character?
The whole sketch was centered around dark comedy. Made even more morbid by the fact that it was based on a real person going through this exact thing that the sketch was written about.
Oh wow!
And I was the subject of it, and it was a lot of fun to indulge in that.
I like seeing that. So what I'm seeing from the video, the ones I've watched, and the ones that you just showed, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you showed those. And you could feel free to show another one. I like to see a different side of you, and I think it's actually pretty fucking funny. I think like we've talked before, I think you're talented. I do think you're a good actor, and I think that you have stuff, you have potential to do something. I'm glad you're loosening up a little bit and playing these types of weird. Look, if you're an actor, man, I don't get like, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. I'm like, you should want to do it all. If you're acting, you should really want to do it all.
Of course. And honestly, this kind of came at the right time because I'm at a point now in my life where like I care less, but in a good way, which is what you kind of need for this industry for acting. And so I'm kind of down for just about whatever. I'm sure there's some limits that I have, but I mean, everything that I've de-pantsed so many fucking times in this show and it's fine. Like I don't, and I'm totally okay with it. The opening sketch from episode 1 or the first full episode, I'm like in a silk robe. I'm only in my boxers. Like it's, and that was the first sketch that we did. So that we filmed. So yeah, it kind of came at the right time. And I've certainly spread my wings a lot more in the last couple years. And this gives me a chance to sort of spread them even more. And it feels good to finally be doing something.
Wait, spread your cheeks or spread your wings? I
Yeah. So I mean,
both.
It's what we got. We got to pay our dues if you want to be in the big time. So,
all right.
No, and it feels fun. It feels good to finally be doing what I came out here to do.
Yeah.
This is like this is the shit that everybody does to try to break into something, in the industry, and I believe in what we have. I love who I'm doing it with. We all are on the same page. We all click well, and we all believe in what we're doing. We all think it's funny. We all have a blast filming these things, and we're all like-minded in the sense that we want this to go somewhere. We want ourselves to go somewhere, and that's what you need. You need to be surrounded by people like that.
What I'm getting is from what I'm watching is that you have found a good group of people that all are kind of have a kind of offer little different things, and it looks like you guys are really committed, and I'm like, I'm excited for you. It's fun to
Yeah,
watch. I'm happy, man. I support you, dude. I'm like, it's nice to see.
yeah,
Look, this is a hard fucking business. Going into acting is a hard fucking business. For let's be realistic, most 99% of the people won't make it. They
sure,
just it's those numbers are probably off, obviously, but
yeah,
it's a hard business, and I when I came out here to be an actor, and I didn't really want it that much. I had a kid, and things changed, and I my priorities went somewhere else. But I'm still kind of staying in the business. I'm still acting occasionally, and it's
yeah,
kind of fun. But I think the way the business is now, it's good and bad in the sense that there's so much content in it. So there's so many people doing shit that they can put on Cosm, like the show. They can put everywhere. But I think that's also the beauty of it. I think that we all have the ability to make a short movie and put it on YouTube, or do
yeah,
something kind of inventive, and I think that's I love that. I love like the there's a movie that's playing here, and I don't know if it's open to wide release. I don't think it has. It's called it's by the directors are they're known as the Daniels. It's called Everything Everywhere All at Once, and
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, it's like a multiverse movie. It is one
It's
of the
like a
more
remake of the one. It sounds like.
no, no, not at all. You trust me, you've never seen anything like this movie.
Okay.
Never. Never. It's it's so much in one movie that you're watching it and you're just like, what the what? But what it does is it places, because I was watching it and I wasn't loving it when I was first watching it. I was like, huh, I don't know. I mean, it's really well done. It's really interesting, but I don't know if how I'm feeling about it. And at the end, I kind of got a little bit of a ting, an emotional ting, because there's a really beautiful thing in it. And I what's weird is I kept thinking about the movie, and I kept thinking, oh, that was really cool. Oh my god, that there's so I want to see it again. And I actually ended up really loving the movie because of the depth in it. It wasn't just a cookie cutter. Okay, we have to hit this mark, and we have to do this. We have to make sure we get all these things. It was completely inventive, completely fucking weird, completely fucking amazing. And Michelle Yeoh is just she's the bomb, dude. The whole cast is fucking amazing. It's just a joy to watch, and I'm glad that I've talked to a few people that have seen it. That people have just gone. I honestly, dude, I recommend it. I think it's something that you would
Yeah,
appreciate.
that one actually does intrigue me. I might actually check that one out.
Well, did you
Oh,
like their other film, Swiss Army Man?
I did like Swiss Army Man.
Yeah, those that's the same directors, and funny enough, they actually were offered, I believe it was Loki, the series. They're like, hey, you
Oh,
want to do a multiverse thing? We're gonna do that with the Marvel. You can come and do this Loki show, and they're like, no, we're gonna do our own movie. Dude, I've got so much respect for that. I have
yeah, of
so
course.
much, because
Yeah,
it's
Eh,
refreshing to see something original. It's refreshing to see. I'm like,
there's, yeah. There's
I
not
can't
enough of that, and it seems like it will do well.
I think it will. I hope it does bonkers numbers. I hope it makes a shit
Yeah,
ton of money, because I
yeah,
want to. Here's the thing, and what frustrates me is we all say, oh, we're so sick of remakes. Oh, we're so sick. And I know I've harped on this before, but then stop going to see them. Then go
yeah,
see other
yeah,
stuff. Go see the original. Go see the fucking Last Night in Soho. No one did. A great movie, but no one saw it. Go fucking see Everything Everywhere All at Once when it comes out, because it's like nothing you've ever seen. Jamie Lee Curtis is fucking awesome in it. the whole cast is awesome. The kid from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom is all grown up now, and he's in it, and
Oh,
he's
that's
fucking
cool.
great, dude. He's great. He's great. He's I didn't realize it was the same kid when I was watching it, and I kept thinking, oh, I love this guy. He's fucking awesome, and I was like, that's him. That's the guy,
That's
and
cool. You
dude,
know what I've noticed? I feel like there used to be more Chinese representation in movies, like even in big movies, a lot more.
there was, yeah, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. So I mean, but
Not
it's
just
always been
that,
it's been
even
pretty
like
minuscule though. I mean, it's
even
still
like a lot of the like Jet Li, Jackie Chan, because there was like a wave where like
really,
they were like pumping out movies.
yeah, but it was a very specific thing, and it became all about like the formula, and it wasn't about the. I think there's better movies now
Oh,
coming out for sure.
dude, it's so crazy. I accidentally just did the best transition for this, the best segue for this.
I'm so excited. What?
Speaking of Chinese representation, you know what does it super well and is actually a good, cute movie?
Which one?
Turning Red.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched it yet. It is good.
The new Pixar, dude. I really enjoyed it. I was like in a good
Oh,
mood already. I think I was in the right mood to watch it, but it's a really
okay.
good, cute movie. It's like, and it even made me emotional at one point. Like it's a really good movie. It's a great Pixar movie. You know, I feel like some of them have been kind of hit or miss lately.
Lately, yeah, they've
Um,
been a little.
yeah, but this one is nice, and it has like legitimate Chinese representation in it, which was cool to
Nice.
see. It's like it kind of starts off as like kind of like an obvious analogy for a girl becoming a woman and
Yeah.
hitting puberty because she's 13, the main character, and so you're like, oh, okay, that's kind of what it's about. That's kind of it's kind of cool, but then it kind of transforms into this movie that really focuses kind of like on the dynamic between kids and their parents and the relationships that they have and the dynamic between them that is like universal and so you already kind of you develop like this connection to the movie because it's about not just that kid and their parents but like it's about you when you were that age and your relationship with your parents and like how it can be kind of strained at times and different and like it does it very well and I loved it. So I'd recommend it.
Well, I will. It's one I had heard a lot. I hated the poster. I always thought it looked really just ridiculous, and I've been kind of on and off with Pixar, but I keep hearing that from a lot of people that it is a really wonderful movie, and so I do. Yeah, that I'll probably check. I I used to watch a lot more animated when I would cover a lot of animated for the site. So I was reviewing almost everything animated because I had a kid at the time. That was he's gotten a little older. He doesn't care as much about the animated stuff. So I don't generally watch animated movies for fun. I just don't. It's not my. It's never been
Well,
my
neither
cup
do
of tea.
I.
Yeah, but
You have to be in a really specific mood, I feel like.
there's movies I think just because I watched them with my kid that I really I fucking love Frozen and Frozen 2. I do. I legitimately
I've
do.
never actually watched them.
They're good. They're good movies. They've got a lot of heart, and I like the fact that fucking you have these because every Disney movie is this big kind of, and I know a lot of people. It got too big. It just got too big. So there's always that
Yeah.
hate, but like it's just I love the idea of two sisters helping each other and not just oh the man comes and saves the girl. No, the girls save each other. And I like that. I think that's nice to see. And I in the movie I like I actually in a weird way I think the second one it was a little more interesting because it was kind of weirdly cerebral. Like the plot is weirdly cerebral, and I kind of dug it. I like those. I like a few. I was never a Disney kid. I didn't. I wasn't raised on Disney. I wasn't raised on all that.
I wasn't either. I grew up on like the Pixar movies specifically,
Fair enough.
but
Yeah.
I never really watched I was more like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon.
Okay.
And then, and Boomerang, because Boomerang showed like the old, original Scooby Doo, Johnny Bravo, or no, Johnny Bravo was Cartoon Network. Like Johnny
Yeah.
Quest. Yeah.
Johnny Quest.
So all those as
What was
well.
up with that race guy? Race Bannon. What was up with him?
Speed Racer.
No, Race Bannon on Johnny
Or
Quest.
Race Bear. Oh, never mind. I was like,
The
you mean
white
the
haired dude.
race one?
I
I don't
like
know,
the
man.
I like the movie. I like the movie Speed Racer. I thought it was good. I thought it was really
Yeah.
underrated.
I like the. Well, speaking of Hanna-Barbera, I like all the Hanna-Barbera stuff too. How do you not?
Yeah, I mean, I think we all kind of grew up on that and like the
Old Looney Tunes.
I Looney Tunes. I watched Justice League. I always liked the
The
weird.
90s one?
I kind of like the early. I like some of that stuff.
I
I kind of
fucking love it. Dude, Batman the
yeah.
Animated Series,
Yeah, there's a
legendary.
couple good ones, and it's not
Loved it.
generally my thing. I don't watch them anymore, but yeah, back in the day, I used to kind of dig
Yeah.
them, and you
Yeah.
know,
Oh, the Spider-Man animated series, like in the early 90s, that was super good.
yeah, I never watched that one. I was never
It's really
like
good. It's on Disney.
is it? Well, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't. I haven't been in the mood. I've been in the mood less and less to watch TV. Like I just don't want to watch anything new. I don't want to have to sit through 6 episodes of any episode.
Hmm.
Although I will say there's something coming out that I'm like, oh, that I want to see. Danny Boyle, the director of Train Spotting and Shallow Grave and all that stuff. He's doing a movie about or I think it's a limited series about the Sex Pistols. I'm
Oh,
there for that. 100% there because he's
yeah.
really good with music. He really with Train Spotting is one of my favorite movies. I love that movie. I love I haven't seen the remake the sequel. Weirdly enough, I was going to and I never got around to watching it. So I have it. So one day I'll watch it. But the original Train Spotting is such a masterpiece, and the soundtrack is stunning. The way he uses music, I love Danny. I love Danny Boyle. I think he's a great director, and I'm like, I want to see Sex Pistols because Sid and Nancy. Did you see Sid and Nancy, dude? Have you seen that movie,
No.
dude? That's a movie. Do you like Gary Oldman?
Yeah, of course.
You need to see that his performance in that movie is he should have gotten a fucking Oscar nomination for that. It's his
Oh man,
first
dude.
thing.
He got snubbed when he did Fifth Element. Am I right?
He always gets snubbed. He didn't he finally won for Darkest Hours, which was like, an okay movie, but Gary Oldman's always Gary Oldman. He's always good. Always.
Yeah.
Even in bad
Yeah.
movies, he's always kind of interesting, at the very least. I don't know. How you feeling on your high, man? I know you were
Man, dude.
sleepy.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting sleepy too. I also gotta pee like crazy. I would say, I mean, we could do the movie homework thing, but like honestly, I need to catch up, dude. I haven't watched any of the ones that you assigned to me. You know,
Neither
I
did I,
watched
dude.
Turning Red, and I watched like the first 20 minutes of Grandma's Boy, and then I went to bed. That's not to disparage Grandma's Boy. I love Grandma's Boy. I just, so I need to finish that. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I rewatched Jackass 3.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you
Dude,
did go through that one.
I fucking was curled up laughing. There were so many things that I forgot about and I still maintain that that's the best one. They're all good. But
That's what I
the
was
best
gonna
one.
say. Do you like it? Do you like that better than Jackass Forever?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
I
Yeah,
loved
yeah.
Jackass Forever, but the older ones with the original guys where they're all, those are always the best.
I like Jackass 3. I think it's the best one. I think it's my favorite.
I agree.
of them.
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely, I agree. So yeah, I guess in closing, check out Mates.
Yeah.
By the way, I mean, I was going to say we have a lot of traction. YouTube is not an accurate representation of the traction we have. We are on TikTok. We're on Instagram at Mates Comedy. So yeah, this is the first one, the Toilet Paper Fairy. What's it about? You'll just have to find out.
Yeah. Why, if you want, ask a couple of the guys to come on the show next week. Maybe we could bring them on.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd
We
be
can
down.
do that.
Be fun to have them, even if it's not for the whole show. Like, well, yeah, fucking bring them on for the whole show. Fuck it. But yeah, no, dude. So let's share. Where can people find you? Of course, and please like and do the thing and do that and do the set this. Do whatever it takes to review
Yeah.
us. Whatever. Give us love, please.
Yeah.
We want love.
Do all that stuff. Do all
Do
that
it. Where
stuff.
can people find you,
Yeah.
buddy?
Well, you can find me at Mates Comedy. You can also find me at JustinButts94. You can follow me on Twitch. I keep telling myself that I'm going to stream and I never do it. But one of these times, the result is going to be me doing it.
It's
And
gonna
you
be
can watch
amazing.
me do it at twitch.tv/Justin_Butts. You can also find Mates on TikTok. That's the big thing the kids are doing.
Oh yeah.
Follow all that stuff, man. All that stuff. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. And Jimmy, where can people find you?
You can find me at joeblow.com, arrowonthehead.com. We Live Entertainment. I got a few cool interviews coming up from Everything Everywhere. I'm real proud of. And let's see what else. Twitter, you can find me Jimmy to the O. Instagram, Jimmy to the O, and Facebook, James Oster. And of course, here on this show. And we had a really fun interview, Sounds Scary, with Seth Landau, who was a old friend of mine, and he has a re-release of Brian Loves You, a film he did about 15 years ago or something like that. So it's on Blu-ray now, and I do the commentary, so check that out.
Hell yeah.
Thanks. It was a fun show, and glad we got together again, my friend.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Good night.